good evening. How are you? I hope you are doing well. My name is SNEHA Malik. So today I am going to start a new tutorial, that is Python programming language. So before learning how to write a program using Python programming, I would like to explain some topics, that is history of Python, feature of Python programming language, and how it is different from other languages, and how to do installation and setup of Python in our system. So in this video I will explain about these topics one by one. So in the history I will tell you about who is the developer of Python programming language, where it was developed and in which year it was released, and from which all language it is derived. So the developer of the Python programming language is Guido van Rossum, and it was released in 1991 and at National Institute Research for Mathematics and Computer Science in Netherlands. Now, from which all language it is derived? It is derived from C, C++, Java, Algol 68 and Smalltalk, some scripting languages also. So that's all about the history of the Python programming language. Now the next is feature of a Python programming language. There are various features of a Python programming language. So first feature is interpreted. As I discussed in my previous tutorial also, that is basic of computer programming language, in that I have discussed this point. Python is an interpreted programming language because we don't need to convert high level code into binary format first. Just we write the code and get the output immediate after writing the code. Now so that's why the Python is a interpreted programming language. Now the second feature is interactive. So, we can directly interact with the interpreter to debug our program or to test our code, is there any error or not. So that's why the Python is also an interactive programming language. We can easily direct with the interpreter. Now the next feature is object oriented. As I discussed in history of a Python programming language, that is, it is derived from many programming languages. So what all the programming methods we are used in that programming languages, that also are used by the Python programming language. So that's why it is called as a that is a feature of a Python programming, that is object oriented. So Python supports structural programming methods, functional programming methods, as well as object-oriented programming methods. So this is the feature of the Python programming language. Now the next feature is, some extra feature of the Python programming language is easy to learn. The syntax and the structure of a Python programming language is similar to English language. So it is very easy to learn and easy to understand from the by the beginners also. Now the next feature of this Python language is easy to maintain. In Python programming language, whatever the code we will write, the length of the code is less than, or the line of code in a program that is written by using Python programming language are lesser than the program written by other programming language. So we can easy to debug, we can easy to test our program if there is an error in our code. Now the next feature is scalable. So Python provides a as I told you, its structure is similar to English language and its syntax is also similar to English language. So Python provides a better structure, so we can it can handle the big data and solve the complex mathematical problems. So that is extra feature of a Python programming language. Now the next feature is portable. So Python can run on wide varieties of platforms like on Mac operating system, on Linux operating system, on Windows operating system. So it is platform independent programming language. So you can run the code any type of operating system. So these all are the feature of a Python programming language. One more feature is there, that is database. So the Python programming language can connect with the database also, so that we can easily read and modify our files, and it is also provide some interactive mode with the commercial database. So that's all about that's all are the feature of the Python programming language. Now the next topic is how it is different from other programming language. So in this I will take an example of a program to print hello words that I have discussed in my previous tutorial also. The same example I am taking here, and I am taking the example of a programming language C and Python, so that you can understand the difference between. Third one topic is difference between Python and other programming language. So here I am writing the C program and here I am writing the Python program. So I want to print hello by using C program and by using Python program. So what will be the code in C language? First of all, I need to write this statement. Then main function. Then I need to use this bracket, open bracket, curly braces, and then I need to use this printf function to print hello world and close with this bracket. Now when I write this same program in Python programming language, see how we will write. Just we need to write a one line code, that is print, and it must be written in this bracket only. Hello world. So you are able to see this in this C language, in Java language, in C++ language. The line of code will be like 4 to 5 lines. Okay, here only one line code. So that is the big difference. I have discussed in feature also. Easy to maintain means whatever the code we will write in Python programming language, the length of this code is lesser than the length of this other programming language code. So in this you are able to see here. So what is the first difference? The difference is, in this we are using few lines of code. In this we have more line of codes. So the first difference is line of code. First point based on line of code. In this we have more line of code. In this we have few line of code. Now what is the second difference? In C language, every function is started with this curly braces. Okay, while in this there is no use of curly braces. So the second difference is based on brackets. In this we don't need to use any curly braces to to define the scope. In this we use this bracket to define the scope of this main function. Now, but in this, to define the scope of any function of any loop, we are using this symbol. This symbol is known as indentation. Means whenever you are using any loop, any function, we write this after the loop. So like if I need to write if condition, so how we will write? If A is greater than B, then print A, else print B. So here we are using this indentation in place of this curly braces. So that is the second difference. Means to define the scope of a function, we are using in C language, in Java language or any other programming language, we are using this curly braces, while in this we are using this indentation symbol. Now the third difference is that I have already discussed in my first tutorial. Means every line of code in C language or in Java language, that is compiler based programming language, every line of code within the function should must end with a semicolon. But in this Python program, if we write here semicolon, it will not result any output. So in this we must need to write semicolon at the end of every statement within the whatever we have written in this block, and in this we don't need to write any semicolon. Okay, just we need to take new line to a new line to complete the command. So that all are the difference between Python and other programming language. What is the very first difference? Line of code. In this other programming language, the line of codes are more, while in the Python programming language, the same code is written in one line. Second, in this we need to define the scope, or to define the scope of a function, we need to use this curly braces, and in this we are using only indentation symbol to define the scope of a function. But here we don't have any function, so we don't need to define this, we don't need to write this symbol. Now the next is semicolon. In compiler based programming language, every line is end with semicolon, while in Python we don't need to write any semicolon. And one more difference, that is the feature also, that is easy to learn. Now if we are doing like C language, in Java language, is in Python program, in C++, to print in C language we are using printf function. To print in C++ we are using cout, and in Java programming language we are using system.out.println. So the person who don't know about the student who don't know about the basic of a programming language, then he is not able to understand what is the meaning of this printf function here. If I teach him, only then he can understand. So but in Python programming language, as I told you, it is a feature, it is easy to learn. So by watching this, if anyone who don't know about the basic of programming language, he can easily understand this statement, this thing is used to print something. So that is another difference, that is it is little bit difficult to learn until we will not understand about these functions, why we are using this here. But Python is easy to learn. So that's all about the difference between C and Python programming or Python programming and other programming language. I discussed this concept with the help of C program. Okay, now the next is, so that's all about the history and the features and the difference of Python programming language with the other programming language. So now after this, the most important thing, how to do the setup or installation of Python in our system. Python is freely available on internet. You can download it from there easily, and I will share the link in my description box also, so that you can use that link and can download easily. So now there are some IDEs are available that are used for working with the Python. So what all the IDEs are available? Some of them are PyCharm, Eclipse, Jupyter Notebook, etc. So these all are the IDEs. IDEs means integrated development environment. And so when we will get these types of editor, if we install basic Python, in that we will get a IDELE, that is the default editor automatically. Means when we will install basic Python, then we will get a default editor that is known as a IDELE, and when we install some another type of Anaconda we have, and we have Panda also. So if we install that type of Python in your system, we will get these types of editor in your system. And I will suggest you, instead of install basic Python, you install the Anaconda Python. So this will provide the programmer Python in a command prompt and default IDELE and browser based interactive computing environment, which is known as a Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook is a browser based computing environment or browser based interactive computing environment, which is we will get after installing this Anaconda Python in your system. So this allow the programmer to do the coding live based, and we can use the graphics in this. We can draw the plots, and we can use the equation also in this Jupyter Notebook. So once we install the Python in your system, I will share the link of this Anaconda Python also, so that you can download easily in your system. Now after once we install the system, or once we set up the system, it is set up automatically in your system. Now how to converging in Python, how to do the conversion with the Python. So once we install this, we will write the code. You can use any IDE of your choice, and you can run the code in command prompt also. So here I am writing a code in a command prompt. So when I will open the terminal on a command prompt in your system, some directory like that, whatever it written here, so it doesn't matter, only we need to write, like you have C, then we need to write Python. So once we write this Python and press enter, we will get this symbol. So what we call this symbol, the symbol name is, we call this symbol is a chevron, and this symbol indicates that the system is ready to take Python instruction. So now when we get this symbol, like I have written the program that is to print hello. So here I will write the same code, print hello word, and close it. So when we write this code, what is the meaning of this code? In this Python program, we write the comment by using the hashtag. Okay, not by using single slash or double slash. So in this we are writing the in Python programming we will use this symbol to write the comment. So what is the purpose of this line of code? This line of code is the print. As I told you, we can write anything in our comment. What is understanding? Which language is understanding by you? So here I am writing print hello word output screen per. We write this print hello word on output screen per. So that is the purpose of this line. So when we write this code, and we don't need to write semicolon, just we need to press enter. So after when we press the enter, we will get the output immediate. So the output will be hello world. So what this line indicates? This line indicates output. As I told you, Python is an interpreted programming language. So once the code is completed, we will get the output immediate into the next line. So after getting this output hello world, this symbol is coming again. So now what it indicates? It indicates that the system is ready to use next instructions of a Python programming. So we can write, we have two options. Either we can exit from this terminal window, or we can write another program. So if we want to write another code or another program, so we can write from here. So in this, here I am writing the comment, that is second program. So here I will write the second program. I want to do the sum of two numbers. So I need to write a code for sum of two numbers. Here I am taking two variables. As I told you in my previous tutorial, there is no need to declare variables in the Python programming language. We directly initialize the variable and use these values in your code. So here I will write, we want to do the sum of these two numbers. So I want to print x plus y. So now when we press the enter, we get the output in your next line. So the output is, this line is showing the output. So as I told, if there is any mistake, so what is the second feature of Python programming language? The second feature of Python programming language I have discussed, that is interactive. So what is how it is means, if I get the wrong input here or correct input, we can check easily the input is correct or not, or if it is wrong, like instead of 30 it is return the output is 40. So we will see what is the problem in this. Okay, is there, I have written some other operator, so we can check easily. That's why this is the feature of the Python programming language. So Python is also an interpreted and also an interactive programming language. So after this output, we get this symbol again. Now I don't have any program to write by using Python programming. So I want to quit from this terminal. I want to exit from this terminal, or I want to close this terminal. So how we will close? We need to use a function, that is quit function. So when we write this quit and press enter, we will exit from this terminal. So by this way you can conversing with the Python, and you can use the, if we are using IDE based on your choice, you can do the logout from that IDE. So that's all, the history of Python, feature of Python, and how it is different from other programming language, and how to install and do the setup in your system. I hope you understood these all topics, and please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And if you have any doubt, you can ask in comment section, and I will share the link of basic Python and Anaconda Python in my description box, so you can directly download from there. And I will continue in my next class. Thank you.